Have you ever found yourself repeatedly selecting the same set of objects for copying, moving, or some other operation? With the Group command, you simply select the objects that you want to associate together and press Enter. Then when you select any object in the group, all of the grouped objects are selected. I have a switch on my power strip that is too small. I can use the Scale command to resize this object so it is the correct size. The AutoCAD Scale tool allows you to use the reference option to determine the scale factor. I select the Scale tool from the Modify panel on the ribbon, or I can just type SC to start the Scale command. I select the switch object and press Enter to complete my selection. Then I select the lower left corner of the switch as my base point. I right-click to use the reference option. Next, I need to define the reference distance. This is the current distance of the object to be scaled. I select the lower left corner as the start of my reference distance and the lower right corner as the end of my reference distance. If you look on the command prompt, you'll see what information AutoCAD needs to specify a new length. I select the endpoint of the rectangle for the new length. The switch is resized and it now fits perfectly in the rectangle. Now I'm ready to create a group using the elements defining the outlets. This ensures that the elements for each outlet stay together. The Group tool is located on the Groups panel on the Home ribbon. To create a group, I select the Group tool. I right-click and select Description. I type in Outlet. I window around the outlet to select the elements to be part of the group. I accidentally select some elements I didn't want to include in my selection. To remove objects from the selection set, I can type R for remove or hold down the Shift key while I select the elements to remove. I type R and select one of the elements to be removed. Notice on the command prompt, AutoCAD displays that one object has been removed from the selection set. If I want to switch back to Add mode to add to the selection set, I type A. Notice how the prompt has changed to display Select Objects. This time, I'll hold down the Shift key and select the remaining elements to be removed. I'm going to purposely exclude some elements from my group so you can see how groups can be modified. I press Enter to complete the group definition. Now when I hover over the group, the entire group highlights. I want to look at my groups in my Group Manager. The Group Manager tool is located in the lower expanded area on the Groups panel of the Home ribbon. My group doesn't have a name because it was created with the Group command instead of using the Group Manager. I place a check to enable Include Unnamed Groups. The group is listed. AutoCAD assigned the name A1 to the group. I highlight the group name and change the name to Outlet. I press Rename. Notice that the name updates in the group name list. I select the Add button to add the missing elements to my group. Notice that the existing group elements highlight to show me which elements are already part of the group. I window around the missing elements. I press OK. Now when I hover over the group, all the elements highlight. I'm going to array my group to place more outlets in my power strip. I select the Rectangular Array tool from my ribbon. I select the group and press Enter. Notice that I just needed to select any member of the group to select every element that is part of the group. I see a preview of the array. I change the number of rows to 1. I need to adjust the spacing between columns. I select Spacing from the command prompt. I select a start and end point in my drawing to designate the distance between columns. I change the number of columns to 7 to ensure all the outlets are placed. I enable Associative on the ribbon to keep all the outlets as part of the array and select Close Array. I want to replace the outlet group with a different outlet style. I switch to the Insert ribbon. I select the Singapore outlet from the block list and place it in the drawing. I select the array and all the members of the array highlight. I select Replace Item on the ribbon. I select the block to be used as the replacement item. AutoCAD prompts me for a base point. I press Enter to use the centroid of the block. AutoCAD prompts me to select an item in the array to be replaced. I select one of the outlet groups. Notice only the groups I select are replaced. I press Enter. I exit the command. In this lesson, we reviewed how to scale using the reference option, how to create and modify groups, how to use some of the more advanced options for the array, and how to insert a local block.